At the end of the day, those two mistakes they scored tries on, and that was the difference in the game. I think at the end of the day, the line out, the penalty that we got and we kicked a touch, at that point we had a line out. We needed to have a better plan than we had. We don't want Colin over the ball for the ruck. We don't want that. That's not a strength of his. We either got to give him the ball early, or we've got to work it back to our forwards and then work it back to him. But like I said to him, he's got to tell people what he wants, because he just had a really big run. So if he's tired, he's probably not going to call for the ball. So just ask for an extra phase or two before it comes to him. And we just didn't do that. So that was our fault, but that's also part of, as I've talked about, our maturing process with this group of guys, to know that, hey, there's 40 seconds left on the clock, this is the plan, this is what we're going to do, and then go execute. But I think overall, good start for us, but definitely those two areas that cost us.
Like you just touched on, good start. It is only the first game of the day of what you hope 6 games. So what are some of the positive things that you think your team did well during the game?
Well, I think there's huge positives, right? If you look at our last 2 tournaments, we didn't really put ourselves in a position to win many of those games. We put ourselves in a real position to win that game, but we also controlled a lot of that game, which is something we haven't done. So that maturity is starting to come through. We're starting to look after the ball. Now we just got to build on that, and the more we play, the more we learn, and the more we grow. So that's the goal going through the rest of the weekend.
You started Danny Barrett on debut. He goes and scores a try, does a couple of good things. You're taking you're making a lot of those kind of steps where you take a new guy and you just throw him in there. Were you gonna? Was it on merit, or was it just partly to just throw him out there and get his feet wet?
Well, I think I've said it all along. I'm not going to invite you to come and train at the training center if you're not ready. Number one. Number two, if I'm going to select you for the 12, I can throw you in the starting 7 or not. It's as simple as that. If you're going to be in the 12, that's what you need to be able to do. And Danny, on merit, but also the fact that let's go, let's have a go. 14 minutes against Argentina, let's see how long you last. So for him, great showing. And as I told him today, he's never seen anything like this, but they've never seen anything like him. So he got out there, he played with great confidence, and we're happy with what he did.
I'm just listening to it. I was going to ask how does Carlin take something like that? It's obviously rough.
Well, I think for everyone, right, we're all really, really frustrated, and for Colin, yes, very, very frustrated. He just had a great run, put us back in contention, to win that game, and unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that he wanted that next ball, but, as I said, it's up to him to also ask for the ball and make sure that he's got a plan with what they're trying to do, and unfortunately we didn't do that, so he's frustrated, but everyone else is frustrated, but we've got another 14 minutes out here this evening to do something special, so he's going to have another opportunity, and we look forward to that.
Nice.
And not Eagles, but the Falcons played today and obviously won. Maybe a little bit better performance than yesterday. You were out there to observe. What were your observations?
No, really happy with the Falcons. They're the next group of guys, a few younger guys, some experienced guys there. But yeah, very, very happy. If we're going to bring them here, we're not coming here just to compete. We want to win this thing. So hopefully at some point during this weekend they're in the final and we're there to watch them and they hoist the sort of invitational trophy.
Let's go.
All right.